What up, world? What up? How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Convos with Deej. I'm the Deej. This is episode 6. Today is Monday, September 27th, 2021. So if you're watching this today, thank you. If you're watching this in the future, thank you as well. Um, anyway, since it's Monday, I usually dedicate my Mondays to the late great Mac Miller. So every Monday, I usually play a few Mac Miller songs. Um, I have a lot of the leaks that came out in the past few years, so that's been an added plus, especially with last year's events and everything going on with quarantine and all that. When the leaks came out, that definitely helped me get through that beginning like rough patch of everybody being in the house and trying to figure out what to do next. So with that being said, this episode is inspired by the song "The Question" from Mac Miller's. I guess it's a mixtape slash album, Macadelic, which came out 2000 no 2012 2013 like believe either the end of 2012 or like the beginning of 2013 because I was in my fourth year of college. So, and I had, yeah, no, that's right. I had to college the fourth year. So, shout out Mount St. Mary's. I had a college off campus, and like when that came out, that was on repeat, like all the time, between me and like everybody that came through. So, today's episode is dedicated to the question. Uh, One of the first things that you hear when you turn on the song is Max saying, "Sometimes I wonder who the fuck I am." And that's a question that, I mean, everybody's had in their lifetime. Maybe not, yeah, even probably little kids are trying to figure out, like, what am I doing here? They may not take it as seriously as we do when we get older, but it's still a question that everybody has at some point in their lives. Like, what am I doing here? Um, and then like this, when he begins his verse, he's like, "Sometimes I wonder who the fuck I am." It's like, no, that's what he. Sometimes, yeah, that no, yeah, he says the same thing, and then but in the chorus, that's what I meant to say. In the chorus, he's like, "What am I doing here?" It's like, yeah, what are any of us doing here? That's the question. Those are two of the big questions of life. Like, who the fuck am I, and what am I doing here? Um, and for the past, I would say, I'd say the past decade of my life, I've been trying to figure out who I am as far as what I want to do with my life, or where I want to go, who I want to be with, who I want to keep on this journey of life. Um, when I was 20, I was back at the Mount. Like, let's see, like the man, the man that I was when I was 20 is not the man that I am now. Getting ready to be 30. And over the past 10 years, especially in the past like 5 years, I've just done more deep diving into trying to figure out who I am, what I want to be, and what's the point of all of this. Like, we're all here for some reason. We all have our gifts, but at the same time, society tries to tell us like you can't use your gifts to do what you want to do to be happy, I guess, or you have to take this route if you want to be successful. And it's taken me some time to realize my own my own idea of what being successful is. For me, being successful is I can do what I want when I want. I have more than enough money to go wherever I want and do the things that I want to do and eat what I want and hang out with whoever I want to hang out with. Um, and I don't have to answer to anybody. Like, I mean, the only person I answer to is the voice inside. It's like, what do I do next? Like, where do I go? And that's where I'm at right now. I mean, we all believe. Well, I don't know about all of us, but I believe in a higher power. For those of you who do believe in a higher power, God or Allah or whatever you, the universe, whatever name you want to use, um, that higher power is always speaking to us some way or another. For me, I believe the universe or God speaks to me through music. So whenever I turn a song on, um, and I'm feeling some sort of way, like the lyrics just might hit me the lyrics that day might be exactly what I needed to figure out what I need to do for the next step. For the next step, like over the summer, all I kept hearing in my mind, like I would just be outside, just trying to think, I guess, or meditate, whatever you want to call it. And one of the thoughts that kept coming back to me was like, leave it all behind and go to California. This is another Mac Miller line from the festival. That's the last song off of Good AM. That's another great song. I'll probably do like another video of all the maybe like the best Mac Miller songs in my opinion. But that's definitely up there. The festival featuring Little Dragon. Um, like that line just kept sticking out to me. I mean, I'm not in California now, but just over the summer, I just kept thinking, it's like, well, where do I go to next? Because I didn't want to be home, and I was in between the phase of like I'm in Philly, but sometimes I had to go back to Baltimore and figure things out. But now, like that I'm in Philadelphia, it's just like, all right, it's almost October. Man, I told myself I don't want to be cold, so one of the only places that I could think of. I mean, there's plenty of places I've thought of, like going to Texas or maybe down south, but I think California might be the best move for me personally. It'd still be warm weather. I can go outside. Like California is huge, so as long as I have the money to go where I want and eat and survive, or not even survive, like I want to live life. So that's the goal. But for now, I'm in Philadelphia, so it's all about trying to figure out who I am and what am I doing here. I, is going to California the best thing for me? I don't know, but that's what my soul is telling me. I don't want to get too, because I don't know who's watching this, or I don't know how you guys feel about spirituality, but I guess I would consider myself more spiritual than religious. And like I've been doing reading, a couple books that you can read, like Conversations with God, Outwitting the Devil. You can look those books up. They're on Amazon or Barnes and Noble or wherever you get your books. But those are a couple books that I've read over the summer that have just been like very helpful as far as me figuring out my next step in life, especially as I get closer to my birthday and get closer to reaching 30. That milestone of 30 is like, all right, I need to move in this direction, or else I'll feel like I'll be left behind, not by my peers or whatever, even though they're also moving in whatever direction they're going in, but I don't want to let myself down at the end of the day. So that's just how I'm feeling. It's not nothing crazy. Like I said, I'm just going on a rant just to see where I can go with this. It's my first Mac Monday video, so just trying to see where it's going to lead me. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we just have to know who we are. Like, we can't allow people or outside forces to dictate who we are and what we do with our lives. At the end of the day, we only have one life to live, and in that life, we have choices to make. And with every choice that we make, there are consequences. So it's not a decision on whether, well, this is good and this is bad. It's like, what choice are you going to make? And then whatever consequence comes from that choice, you have to live with it. Good things happen to bad people, and bad things happen to good people. So, but it's all about how me, the person, deals with it internally. You can let outside forces get you riled up and get you off track. One of the terms from Outwin the Devil is drifting. You, you can let outside forces drift you away from your main path, or you could just stay focused and keep doing what you're doing. And that's where I'm at in life right now. I'm doing my best to stay positive, even with everything going on in the world right now. It can seem like, oh man, life's so depressing or whatever, but I don't wake up like that. I wake up around between like 5 to 6, 6ish in the morning, and like I'm just thankful to be alive, because there's plenty of people who didn't make it to the next day. There's plenty of people who don't make it through today. So I all I can do is just take life one day at a time, one moment at a time. I can't allow myself to get riled up or just start drifting because things aren't going my way. I have to realize that I'm focused on being the best version of myself, and I have to keep doing the things that will make me better. And that's what we all have to do. We all have to do what's best for us. I mean, I don't want to go into a whole spiel of like how I feel about, I guess, just the rules of society in general. Like they say that you have to go to college, get the degree, then you get the job, then you have to get married, and then you have the kids, and then you work, and then you die. It's like that's not what life is about at all. Well, it's way more out here to life than just working and having and having the bare minimum requirements that society is asking for you. But people don't always see that. People don't have the same viewpoint. They don't have the same knowledge that others have. I mean, it's taken me a lot of time to get the knowledge that I have currently. At least 5 years. It's taken me my whole life, to be honest. It's like I had to go through so many trials and tribulations to get to this point where I can even talk on camera and be like, hey, here's my story. And hopefully y'all enjoy it. I don't know what's going to come out from this, but I mean, I do know that it's a step in the right direction. Like when I started making mixes, I didn't know what I was doing, but at some point I had to do something. And now with every mix I get better and better. It's still things that, because I'm a perfectionist, it's still things that I wish were better in my mixes. Like I wish I was better at scratching. Sometimes I wish the transitions were a lot better. Things that I care about. But it also gives me a chance to be like, all right, well, that's just something that I can work on. And then when I do it again, maybe it'll be better this time. But yeah, like I said, I'm just going on a rant here, just letting my thoughts fly, see where it goes. But yeah, I think, and the only reason, I guess side note, only reason I'm not doing a new music review for last week is because it wasn't really a lot that came out. Like laughing at it outside. Who came out? Oh, West Side Guns came out with the B side of his album Hitler Wears Hermes 8 or 9. But like last week it just wasn't a lot of new music, so that's why I didn't drop a video Friday or Saturday. And that's why I decided to just do something different today, because again, just been meditating, and it was an idea that came to me. Like Mac Miller's song, The Question. It's like, what am I doing here? Who the fuck am I? And I'm sure everybody's had the same thoughts, and hopefully maybe I said something that will give you inspiration. I don't know. But if you did stick through this entire video, I appreciate you. Sorry it wasn't as, I guess, I don't know, prepared or whatever, but it was just something that was on my mind, and it something I felt like I wanted to say. So hopefully with the next Mac Monday video, I'll have something better prepared. But yeah, as always, or before I leave, rest in peace to Mac Miller, the GOAT, one of the greatest of all time. He's always inspiring. He's always inspiring me, man. It's crazy. Like my first mix, the first song. Like my first Twitch stream was dedicated to him. Like every time I need to take a step forward, Mac Miller's always there for me. So, again, thank you, Mac, for everything. Rest in peace, and until next time, peace.